Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how I create content for my YouTube channel. One way in particular, I use Audacity, which a lot of you may know it as an editing software, but I use it also for creating content. And also, I'll leave the link in the description down below for all of the software, the hardware, and any other additional tools that I use to create content for my channel. And before we get any further, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. All right, let's get into this video. What you see here now is Audacity, free software. You can download it online. And at first I start out with making a sine sound. The sine sound is just like a tone. It's just a simple tone. And what you do is, what I'm doing here now is just filling out the beats and the sounds that I like, and I'm going with the sound. It sounds good. So now what I'm doing is kind of reducing the volume, as well as what you call a left channel, and you have the right channel. And next, what I go into is my favorite, which is called pause stretch. And what that does is it stretches out the sound. So now it's not so more monotone, where it's like a zoom. Now it's kind of, it stretches it and it gives you more of that relaxed, smooth feeling that I like. And so now what it's doing is it's applying that pause stretch. And I'm going to give you the trick. Pause stretch is going to make a lot of your sound very good. So you want to use that effect. That's a nice one. And also what I do is I always add another mono track. And that mono track is what I call a harmonic sound. For the to get the harmonic sound, you're gonna have to go and download it offline, so that's fine. But you can find it. Just Google it, and you'll be able to find it. So what I do here is the same thing. I repeat the same process with my frequency. Make sure they sound good, and once I get a sound that I like, I process it. And here is mixing. Well, I'm playing it now to make sure that my two sounds good mixed together. That's what you're gonna make sure. You know, you're not gonna always get it right on the first try. Sometimes you will, sometimes you don't. But for the purpose of this video, I got it right. So now I'm gonna do my same effect again. I love this pause stretch, and sometimes I play up and down with the stretch factor, but I normally stay under 10. There, oftentimes I rarely go over 15 at the most. It's the max that I normally go. So now here, I'm playing with it again, making sure it sounds good. And if I'm okay with it, what I do next is I extend the length of my track. And it is just actually a copy and paste. And you continue to do that copy and paste method until you actually get the length you want. Normally my videos are anywhere between 10 to 4 hours. And what I'm doing here now is I don't like how it's the sound is transitioning. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out that part in the middle here to where it's not giving me a good transition. I want all of them to be balanced. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just pretty much paste it back in. I'm like, they don't sound good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy and I'm gonna cut it out. I'm gonna cut that little piece right here. I'm gonna cut it out so it can blend in together. And I'm gonna continue to do that process because I think I copied it maybe 2 or 3 times. And now I'm just listening to it. Okay, now I like that transition. Let's go on. And here's another part where I copied it. And so I'm gonna delete that as well. And I'm going to just extend my track to meet up with the other track, which is what, 14 minutes. So we're gonna extend it till we get to 14 minutes. And so you could just continue to repeat that process until you get the sound that you like. And another thing that you always want to add, what I add, you don't have to, but it just sounds good and it makes the track sounds good. I always do a fade out. And I normally fade out anywhere between 2 to 3 minutes or so. I'll do a fade out. And it doesn't look like I copy all of it, so I need to delete that at the end. So I'm going to delete it so my fade out will blend and mesh well with the tracks. And so from here, basically what you do is once you like what you have, you do export and you save it to a location on your PC. And once you save it, you get just save it on a name that you like and you save it. And from there, you just process it. So I normally, with all my videos, I do a suffix of _YouTube just so I can know that I've already uploaded that sound, and then that's it. You can add something in here, but I normally don't. Sometimes I do. It just depends. But for here, I just gave you an example for the purpose of the video, and you let it process. And the shorter the video, the shorter your audio track is, the less it takes to process. The longer it is, the longer it takes to process. And so for here, this is a short track and it doesn't take long to process. So while that finishing up process, again, I'm going to provide you guys with some links of all of the audio, all of the hardware, software, any tools that I use for my YouTube channel. I'll get it to you guys. A lot of it is free. Some of it is the hardware that is actually a little bit more. This concludes my video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.